that really goes a long way to if we can get the word out about the daily life of a realtor. It certainly is for most of us anyways. I guess I can't speak for everybody, but for most of us, it's much more involved than just showing houses, doing offers, and
for the special
quick
ones.
And easy money, right?
For the special ones,
we do
it's
a
a lot
lot.
more, yeah.
We do a
Special
lot.
real-
Ready for you?
Now this one, I
Okay.
definitely went interesting.
Okay, I got it. I got it.
When I visited Texas, I drank a bottle of 8-year-old scotch straight from the bottle. When you went out on a wine tour with your friend Angela, I invited a girl over and never told you.
Oh my God, that would make me so happy. But the sewing was my downfall. We had to make vests. We had to sew shirts. I'm telling you right now, kiddo, I'm not a sewer.
You did not get the sewing gene?
And I got a big F. Not even my cooking part was enough to help me pass that course.
See, that's the thing.
But let me tell you something about auto shop.
Oh. This season of This Crazy Life podcast is being powered by Angelo's Butcher Shop. They're a family-owned and family-run business with a long and proud history in the food industry in the Durham region. Angelo's been a butcher for over 25 years, is passionate about his trade, and loves serving his customers. They want your experience with them to be simple, and they are committed to quality. They carry a selection of fine, fresh, premium meats and welcome custom orders. Each order is cut fresh, carefully prepared, and hand-packed to your specifications on the day of your scheduled pickup or delivery. All their products are vacuum sealed for freshness at no extra charge. Let them know how many people you're feeding, and they can customize your order to fit your needs. Thank you to Angelo's Butcher Shop once again for powering this season. Eat well, and buon appetito. All right, we are here in the hottest podcast studio in all of Eastern Canada.
On the hottest day of summer so
Oh
far.
my God.
Welcome back.
Yes, hello. How are you?
Welcome back.
Yeah, how are you doing today?
You getting a bit hot? You're
a little.
Yeah, you're burning up. You're burning up.
Yep. It's been a busy day. Helped a client move a bunch of boxes, so I was already on the warmer side coming in.
Yeah. It's amazing, isn't it, what we do above and beyond sometimes. So
Yeah.
I guess what we really need to say is we had an elderly seller who, in order to get her condo ready for the market, she lived in a very small condo.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of the decluttering was needed just to get rid of some extra stuff.
Yeah, she just had a bunch of bins, a bunch of boxes that...
Her family lived in London.
Yeah.
So they weren't close by to help her. So
No.
we took a lot of the stuff and moved it to our garage so
Yep.
that, she would have somewhere to
Which
store
was fine.
it.
We had plenty of room, yeah.
And, congratulations to her. She now gets to move on for her life. We sold...
Yep.
Yesterday, I firmed it up. We sold
Yep,
her unit.
absolutely.
So, yeah.
Great job on that, by the way.
Yeah.
Yep, which also meant, though, that she needed her stuff back. So that's what I spent this morning doing.
Her grandson's coming to
Yeah.
start collect some of the stuff. Yeah. So I appreciate that. And I mean, that really goes a long way to if we can get the word out about the daily life of a realtor. It certainly is for most of us anyways. I guess I can't speak for everybody, but for most of us, it's much more involved than just showing houses, doing offers, and
For the special
quick
ones.
and easy money, right?
For the special ones,
we do
it's a lot
lot.
more, yeah.
We do a
Special
lot.
realtors.
Yeah. So, you and I, it has been busy. First of all, from last week's episode, we kind of talked about a lot of the showings that we did on the holiday weekend. And, the Saturday before that, we were at my family's celebration of life for our dear Joyce, who passed away.
Yep.
So, I want to just do a special shout out that, you know, we're all getting older. You certainly and your brother have a long way to go. You're still very, very young, but it is kind of a strange feeling when these people that have been such a major portion of your life, and I'm speaking about myself. Of course, this was on the Andrews side, not the Baylis side. You know, I don't remember life without her.
Right.
So it was such a nice send off in Bancroft.
Absolutely, yeah.
My cousins own a sugar bush there. They produce their own maple syrup.
Fantastic maple syrup. Yeah.
It is really good. It is really good. So we were able to kind of get together with a lot of the family that was able to make it, and kind of send her off in a very non-traditional way, with some beer in a sugar shack in the pouring rain. Joyce would have had it no other way.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Which was
for sure. It was a good celebration, and you know, it's always a good reminder. You know, time never stops ticking. It doesn't wait for anyone.
Right.
So you got to cherish it while you have it.
So if you're watching, you know, my sweet cousin Jody, and of course Jamie and Jenna, you know, we're here for you. And her memory will go on for sure, but she certainly is going to be, well, she is very missed.
Absolutely.
Very, very missed. But that going forward, we're kind of bringing everybody a little bit of games.
Absolutely.
Maybe we're just a game show podcast at this point.
Maybe we did fifth grader, and that seemed to go over pretty well.
Well, hold on. Sorry to interrupt. I read all the comments, and for the question of matter, what are the three? The question
the three states of matter.
I didn't even have to get it out of my mouth before my son knew the answer.
That you had the smug, he's never gonna get this.
I did. But many people have commented, not only on YouTube, but I've gotten Messenger messages, plus on my TikTok. Apparently, there's a fourth.
Plasma?
Yeah. So everybody's like, you forgot plasma. So I just want to clear the air that I pulled the questions from, you know, Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? Website. That was the answers. Whether or not those are the fifth grader
so
I don't know.
Here's the thing. I knew plasma was the fourth, but you asked me, what are the three states?
That was the question.
And the three states you learn at that age are solid, liquid, and gas.
Okay.
Plasma is like the fourth if you keep getting further into that realm of science.
So at least,
but that doesn't come until
there's
later.
an element of we were right, and so were the people that commented and said plasma. So
they're correct. Yes. But
one of you, I did say maybe go back and check the fifth grader level because that's where we pulled it from. But you know, we'll welcome plasma.
Yeah, absolutely.
If it's a state of matter, I'm
plasma,
okay with it.
This crazy life welcomes you.
But you don't have to give me so much hate. Like, okay, all right?
Yeah,
you guys can word it just a little bit nicer that you forgot plasma.
But,
or one comment was, you're wrong. I'm like, woo, he's up with the capitals.
Yeah. But you know what? That was fun. I enjoyed doing that. Last week, producer Dan had the good idea of the What's in the Box game that we did. And he actually had another idea that I immediately was like, oh yeah, that's a good one, which we are going to experiment with this week, which is a good old-fashioned game of two truths and a lie. Now, if you're not familiar with it, it's very, very simple. Each of us have written down on these sheets of paper, enough for 2 rounds each, 3 short sentence-long prompts, basically.
Yep.
2 of them are true, 1 is a lie. We read them out loud.
We have to guess it.
And the other person has to guess which one is the lie.
We're guessing the lie.
Yes.
Okay, I've got it. All right, Austin Baylis. So I've got 3 on each side.
Yes, as do I.
Let's go.
In honor of what we did last week, should we do rock, paper, scissors to see who guesses first? All right.
Okay.
On go.
And we do it on 4, on the 4th hit.
On the 4th one.
Okay. Yep.
All right. Rock, paper, scissors, go. I read you. You did rock last time too.
I love my rock. Does that mean that I won?
That means that I am guessing first. We did whoever wins guesses first.
Oh, so paper beats rock.
Yes.
Oh, because paper covers rock?
Exactly.
Oh, that's bullshit.
In high school, one of my old friends, Dave, he said, you know what? You're the hardest person I've ever played rock, paper, scissors with, because we would do it in drama class to decide who would do what. And I was like, oh, why is that? He's like, because you have no strategy. You just pick something completely random at the top of your head every time.
It's your genius brain. Okay, so I'm going to start. I'm going to read you.
You read
You've
and I guess.
So again, to reiterate, I am telling 2 truths
and one
about
lie.
me, and one is a lie.
And I have to guess which one is the lie.
I got it.
All right.
I think I might win this one.
Ooh, okay.
I think this might be one actual thing that I actually win.
All right. Let's see.
Because you always beat me. Okay. First.
Okay.
My first cat was called Snowball. My first dog was called Rasky. I had a pet guinea pig named Ralph.
Okay, I really want to say the guinea pig one is the lie because you've never told me anything about having a guinea pig before.
That is correct.
Okay. I definitely knew Snowball. Snowball you've mentioned before.
Have I?
Yeah.
Only had Snowball for 8 weeks. That kitten died got her 2 weeks later. She's dead.
That's the story I know about Snowball. Rasky I was 50-50 on because
such a good dog.
You never really talked about that. But I know you never told me about a guinea pig.
Okay. All right. I thought I would have got you. All right. Back at you.
Okay.
Look at you with the secret.
All right.
All right. Let's go.
Okay. So when I was a kid, I wanted to be a rock star. When I was a kid, I wanted to be an actor. Mm-hmm. When I was a kid, I wanted to be a fireman.
What is the lie?
Which is the lie?
I do love that picture when you were 5 and you're in the fireman's outfit.
In the little fireman's outfit,
Oh my God, I love that picture.
I remember that, yeah.
But the lie is, and I'm completely 1,000,000% certain that you never wanted to be a fireman.
That's
at
correct.
All,
yep.
Ever didn't even want me to buy you a fire toy truck.
It's too much work. No, that's way too much work.
And you don't like the heat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. When I was younger,
so 1-1.
My first dream was rock band.
I know.
That was the first one. And then when I was growing up, it turned into actor, and then later on, it sort of turned into specifically voice acting.
So we went easy on each other for the first one.
Exactly, yeah.
All right. So you ready?
I'm ready.
Because this is it. This is where it all ends for you, Austin Baylis.
Okay.
All ends.
Okay.
Okay, ready for this?
Yeah.
I love oysters. I hate peas. I wrote my first novel at 16 years old.
Well, I definitely know you hate peas. You are not shy about that fact whenever there are peas in front of you. First novel, or you love oysters? Was that the first one?
Yeah.
I'm going to guess that it's that you love oysters.
That is correct.
Okay, yeah.
Woo!
So
okay.
first,
were you panicking on that one?
First novel when you were 16.
Yeah.
Oh, that's impressive. What was it?
Okay, you're gonna ask me the title. It was called The Life of Tara.
Simple title.
It was a little bit about a lot of stuff. Okay. Yeah. But I did. It was like 15, 16 chapters.
Okay.
Clearly not published.
Sure, yeah, but it's still something you wrote.
Yeah,
so.
I turned it into my guidance counselor, and they read it, and they were like, Tara, this is good. Yeah. And you know what the saddest part of all?
What?
I don't know where it is.
Ooh,
I used to, growing up, I used to save all my stuff. Like, for my age, girls would have hope chests, and I had all of this stuff. And I don't know. I don't know where it is. I don't remember taking it with me when your dad and I got married. So I don't know if my parents got rid of it. I don't know. Anyways,
that's
it
a
doesn't
shame.
matter. It doesn't matter.
Well,
Okay.
Well, still good for you. Novel at 16.
All right. Okay.
All right.
All right. I'm ready for you.
This wonderful episode of TCL is sponsored by Mason Bennett John Cox Lawyers. Buying or selling your home is one of your largest financial decisions, so it's important to have a professional with you at all times. With over 30 years of experience, Patrick Bennett is your trusted advisor in residential, rural, cottage, and commercial real estate law. Patrick is thorough and efficient, offering his extensive knowledge in real estate. His hands-on approach provides you with the confidence that you have a well-rounded professional working for you. Contact Mason Bennett John Cox today.
Now, this one, I
Okay.
definitely went interesting on
Okay.
this.
I got it. I got it.
When I visited Texas, I drank a bottle of 8-year-old scotch straight from the bottle. When you went out on a wine tour with your friend Angela, I invited a girl over and never told you.
Oh my God, that would make me so happy.
I got pulled into the principal's office in high school by the vice principal, but I talked my way out of it.
This is good, Austin. I'm so freaking proud of you for these questions.
I
So
haven't
two
told-
of those are true.
2 of those are true and 1 is a lie, and I know that I haven't told you about any of these, even the true ones.
You know, when I thought we had an open, honest mother-son relationship, I'm literally dying right now. I'm dying.
I knew these would make
Oh
for
my
good
gosh.
stories.
And,
so.
and I've got to go show houses. So now I got to get my head back into real estate mode. The bottle, when you were in Texas,
Yes.
you said you drank a bottle. So that,
Or specifically, I drank
drank out of it.
I drank out of it
I
from
feel
the
like
bottle.
that's true. I do feel like that's true.
Okay.
And then, of course, the girl. And then what was the other one?
I got pulled into the principal's office in high school by the vice principal, but I talked my way out of it.
But you did end up getting caught for skipping in high school. So this is where I'm like, I hate to say it, because I would be so proud if it was true. I hate to say it, but I think it's the, oh my God, if it's true, I'm going to die right now. I think it's the girl one. I think that's the lie.
That is the lie.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Could you imagine if that was the true one?
Yep. That
Now this rest of the episode would be totally filled with tell me your name, tell me all about it. What? Okay.
Oh, when you were on
All
your
right.
wine tour, I slept in. I did absolutely nothing
Well,
of
you
notes.
worked very hard.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
When
My go.
Yeah, when I was in Texas, literally Murphy, who I was staying with, she found like this old bottle of scotch just sitting in her freezer. And she's like, does anyone want a sip of it? And I was like, I'll try it. Took the bottle. That is awful. And yep.
Well, I you know what? This isn't to make it relatable to everybody listening. Austin doesn't drink.
No, I do
He chooses
not.
not to. He's a
And-
non-drinker.
and everyone's very aware of that. So I was like,
well, not our listeners. We haven't
Yeah.
talked about it.
but
yeah.
but I was like, I know I'm gonna hate it, but why the hell not?
Okay.
And yeah, the vice principal one, I will say, that was not related to me skipping. It was actually a very stupid thing where.
Oh, now you're going to tell us the whole truth.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Well, that's the point. Is to get
Pause the game for
that's-
a little bit
That's
because
the
my
idea.
son
to
at
get.
the age of 30 decides he's going to be honest with his mother.
Well, that's what this is about. It's about getting good stories out of it. So, what happened was we had this vice principal. Don't remember his name at the top of my head, but my friend group and I had this running joke where he looked a lot like this character from a video game that we all knew. So whenever he would walk by, we would hum the theme of the game.
Oh, shoot.
That's
Okay.
it. That's it.
Yeah.
And then one day we did it. He pauses, pivots, and he's like, all of you to the office with me. and he dragged us all into the office, and one by one, he pulled us each into the office and was like, you better explain yourselves or I'm calling your parents to say what's going on. And
he was going to call us to say you guys were humming a song?
Yes.
Well, I would have welcomed that call, Austin.
So here's the thing is I just told him the truth. I just said straight up, you look like this character from a game who's like a secret agent that saves the world. So it's our inside joke. We would just hum the theme whenever you walk by. And he's like, that's really hurtful to me. I'm the boss.
He said he was the boss?
Those are his exact words. And the best part is one of the character's aliases is the boss.
Oh, okay.
So I really had to stop myself from laughing. But in the end, he's like, okay, listen, you seem apologetic about it. You might be hanging out in the wrong crowd. But listen, just get back to class. Go on with your day.
Sounds like someone's a little sensitive. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Well, good for you.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. You ready for this one?
Yes.
I wanted to be a writer. I wanted to own a clothing store. I wanted to be a nurse.
I know you wanted to be a writer. You talked about owning a clothing store recently, but I don't know if that's something you wanted to do when you were younger.
Yep. Good analogy.
Now, nurse.
You know, I do love helping people.
I know you do, and that's the thing. Okay, I'm going to take a gamble here. I'm going to say nurse is the lie.
Oh, you are correct. I thought I totally smoked you with that one.
Oh, man. That was what was getting me, though, is I know you wanted to be... I know you talk about it all the time, like, oh, man, I should make a clothing store. I'd be great at it. And you probably would be.
Yeah.
I just wasn't sure if that was...
A writer, and I wanted to own my own clothing store.
Yeah, for sure.
But the nurse... I'd be crying all the time.
Yeah,
that was never it for me.
That was what I was
just be
wondering.
like, oh my God, you're dying. I'm so sorry. Yeah, no, I would be a horrible nurse. Good bedside manner.
Oh yeah, you.
But I'd be crying with them. Yeah, it wouldn't work.
It might get a little bit intense. But yeah, I know you
Okay.
definitely wanted to be a writer, though. That was like your dream job, wasn't it?
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah, I should have done it.
I mean, it's never too late. You could still do it.
I have. Well, you know what? I wrote all the material for our coaching company. I wrote that book. I've wrote books in regards to the coaching company that I have. But yeah, I should have. That's a whole other episode. Why I wasn't able to go into writing. It certainly wasn't my fault, but it is what it is. Okay, kiddo. All right. Let's give her. All right. Next page.
Okay.
Oh, wrong page. Okay, you go.
Oh,
It's your turn. I just read.
Okay. Which one do I go with?
You know, I don't even know if we've been keeping score.
Well, I think we've gotten all of them right so far.
Well, we'll leave it up to producer director Dan.
Oh yeah, he'll figure it out. Maybe we can.
I think I got one wrong, but anyways, go ahead. Let's not keep them waiting. Da-da-da-da-da.
Okay, so my favorite breed of dog is the corgi.
Yeah. Yeah.
My favorite fruit is the banana. My favorite vegetable is cabbage.
Oh, okay. All right. Big lie on the cabbage. Cabbage is disgusting. There's no way that you like cabbage.
I've been getting a bit more into lettuce recently.
That's not cabbage.
But it's not cabbage, no.
Okay, so what? Correct?
Correct.
The lie is cabbage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. My favorite vegetable is carrots.
I did not know that.
My favorite fruit is bananas, and yes, corgis are amazing
I knew.
because they have the tiny legs.
We almost bought one.
Yeah, and whenever you crossbreed with a corgi, it just looks like the other dog with very tiny legs.
Okay. All right, are you ready for this one?
All
no
right.
way you're going to get it. No way. I'm just telling you right now, you're never going to get this one.
All right.
Ready?
I'm ready.
I graduated with honors at high school. I failed home economics. I was class president.
Oh.
It was tough, man.
Okay. Graduated with honors. Failed home economics.
Yep.
Class president. Oh, this is tough. Whatever it is, I'm going to have to guess it. It's going to be a guess no matter what. See, I feel... Well, the question would be, when did you fail home economics?
Well, it's all in high school. I'm sorry. All in
high school, yeah. But
Yeah.
if you graduated with honors, it wouldn't make sense if you failed a class in your graduation year. So that's what I'm wondering is, did you fail grade 11 home ec? Or
Well,
if it
nobody
matters,
said,
yeah.
2 truths and a lie that you now had to expand to give
well,
extra clues.
I'm explaining my thought process.
So high school, grade 9 to 12. Does that help?
No,
Okay.
actually it doesn't. But class president. I could believe that you would be class president, but the question is, were you? I'm going to take a gamble and say class president is the lie.
That is correct. Oh, I thought I freaking had you. But you know what, Austin?
It was a guess, yeah.
If you remember how I was raised,
Right, yeah.
that wouldn't have been an option
See,
to be class president, right?
honestly, graduating with honors, yeah, I could absolutely see that. Here's my thought process, and maybe it doesn't make sense. You failing home ec.
Let me tell you something about this home ec class.
Let me just say this. You failing home ec,
Yeah.
I could not believe at all, which is what made me think that was the truth. Because it sounds so ridiculous that it couldn't be a lie.
So in grade 9, I heard they're bringing home ec back. Somebody that I work with told me that they were bringing it back to high school.
I'm sure,
Our grade
yeah.
9 home ec consisted of half the semester being cooking and the other half the semester sewing.
Okay.
Then we had to, our mandatory class was then auto shop. For the other semester, we had to do those before our credits were due.
Was the auto shop part of home ec?
It was auto shop. It was considered part of home ec, but the auto shop portion. So anyhow, long and short of it is you didn't have to do them in one semester. You could, but you had to have an auto shop for your credits before you
had to get them done eventually.
Anyway, so you know what I mean? I took home ec because I knew I needed the credit, and I'm like, well, let me just get this out of my right from the get-go. So great. Anyways, the cooking part, I did. I mean, I remember we made pancakes.
Yep.
And we made eggs. But the sewing was my downfall. We had to make vests. We had to sew shirts. I'm telling you right now, kiddo, I'm not a sewer.
You did not get the sewing gene?
And I got a big F. Not even my cooking part was enough to help me pass that course.
See, that's the thing.
But let me tell you something about auto shop.
Oh.
So I took that second semester of my grade 9 year.
Yeah.
Honors.
Honors and auto shop.
Yeah.
Really?
Anyways, my auto shop teacher was very, very happy because he knew that I failed home ec. And he was like, Tara, maybe you could work in the auto industry.
See, that's the interesting thing because you're such a good cook.
Yeah.
Which is, I would think that would be able to at least carry you partially through home ec.
I mean, I don't think I failed the cooking part. I think that the sewing part was just there was more to it. There was more marks for the sewing portion of that.
And it just dragged you down.
And that was not my gig. Listen, we were told we had to wear our vests that we made one day during school. Like it was part of our, I didn't even wear it. Like it was that bad. I mean, maybe my mom used it as a rag. I'm not even sure. Yeah. But yeah, I'm not a sore. Anyways, okay.
Okay.
That's my story.
Okay. We might have enough time for one more round, I think.
Okay,
yep,
go for
Dan
it.
Says so. All right. So, going back to school with this one.
Okay. 2 truths, 1 lie.
2 truths and a lie. I once wrote an entire essay on To Kill a Mockingbird at 3 in the morning and got an A on it.
That late in the morning?
Yep. I was sick for a week, learned that I had missed my chemistry summative project, and spent the next 12 hours doing a week-long project in one day, the day before it was due. And for the mandatory volunteer hours to graduate, I fudged the numbers on the sheet.
No way. No way. No way is that a lie. No
way is that a lie.
Oh, wait. That's a lie. No son of mine would fudge numbers. First of all, you can't even fudge the numbers because you've got to get the person that you're volunteering to sign.
Yes, that's correct. Unless, for example,
this is causing me a lot of stress right now.
Unless they signed it and then you changed the number afterwards.
You're an obey by the rules
I know people do
type
that.
of kid. You can keep talking all you want. I don't believe. I mean, you're away from school for a week. You got sick a lot. You said chemistry?
Chemistry. So
that would have been high school.
Grade 11, I think.
I don't know if you're away from school for the whole week. Okay, I got to go with fudge. Oh my God, if this is true, I'm literally going to have a nervous breakdown. Right? That's a lie. You fudged that's a lie. Fudge the numbers.
You sure that's a lie?
I hope so. I hope you didn't fudge the numbers. I really hope so.
I mean, high school wasn't good years for me.
No. I got to go with that being the lie. Although I am not happy that you waited till 3 o'clock in the morning to write an essay. But I do believe you probably did.
That is correct.
All right, fudge the numbers is a lie.
Yes.
Yes.
There
is a God.
So,
thank you. Woo, okay.
So I can tell you this. The essay, that was grade 10. I had a notoriously tough English teacher who was really harsh on everybody. That year, we did 2 essays on 2 books. One was an English book. One was a Shakespeare play. That was the gist of it for all the English classes. Grade 10 was Romeo and Juliet. I honestly put my all into it. Like, I was looking into sources, all that, did the whole thing, and got a B-.
Well, it's still a pass.
It's still a pass, but like when you put a lot of work into something like that, it sucks. And then To Kill a Mockingbird, I was just having writer's block. And then at the last moment, I was like, I'm just going to type whatever comes to my mind. And I did it the night before. I printed it, I brought it in, and I got an A on it. And I was honestly kind of mad about that because I felt like I didn't deserve it.
Oh my gosh.
And
Stop it.
And the chemistry one did happen. I was sick for a week. I came back. I asked my chemistry teacher, did I miss anything while I was gone? He said no. Mm-hmm. And then about a month passes. We're getting close to exams at this point. He's like, all right, everyone, reminder that your summative projects are due tomorrow. And I was like, summative projects? And I asked my friend who was in the class with me, he's like, do you know anything about this? He's like, yeah, we all did like this big experiment and we were given a bunch of pages of work to do. And I was like, what? So I had to stay after school that day to do the week-long experiment in one after-school session.
Well, you shouldn't have missed a week of classes.
And then I came back, and then I stayed up until 5 in the morning doing all the written assignments.
Right.
And that day, I'll admit, this was the time-ish that I was starting to skip school. I got to the chemistry class. I slid the assignment under the door, and I just went to Dad's and fell asleep.
Right.
Because I was just dead that day.
Okay. All right. So I've got 2 more. Do we have enough time, Director Dan?
I think this might be the last one.
Okay.
He said.
All right. Okay. All right. So I will choose this one then.
All right. Give me a good one.
All right. I met Mr. Dressup and worked as his assistant in high school. I volunteered in the nursing room at CCI. I was on the Gleaner Committee at CCI.
Okay, I think you've told me in the past about working for Mr. Dress Up. Was that or Mr. Rogers? But I think it was Mr. Dress Up. The Gleaners Club?
The Gleaner Committee, yeah.
Okay, could you explain to me what that is?
I don't think those are the rules of the game.
Well, I need to know what it is.
Every high school has a gleaner, right?
Do they?
Well, you're supposed to buy it at the end of the year. It tells you, everything that went on in the school. So a gleaner is like at the end of the year, it's a school book that kids can purchase, and it has everybody's picture in it, depending on their grade.
Okay,
it has all of the activities, the football games, everything. It's a whole big culmination of it.
I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah.
I just didn't know the name for that was Gleaner. And the second one was...
I volunteered at CCI in the nursing room. Back then, there was always a nurse present at school.
Okay. Oh. So I think it has to be one of the last two that's the lie. I guess I'm going to go with Gleaner. Gleaner is the lie.
That is incorrect. I worked on the Gleaner Committee.
So
at
what is it?
Collingwood Collegiate Institute. That's right. That's right. Yeah. So as part of the Gleaner Committee, it was like a council. There was a lot of us that were part of the council in order to get the Gleaner together. We had a photographer, we had writers, I sold advertising for it, and I was part of the writing committee.
Oh, wow.
It was really super boring. I'm not going to lie to you.
Which one was the lie? The nurse assistant?
I did not volunteer in the nursing room, nor would I ever.
Right.
Yeah. Although I would help kids go to the nursing room. Like if they
You're
were
too kind.
incapacitated, I would take them there, but then I'd be like, okay, you're
just
good.
drag them
You're
across the hall by their ankle.
No.
And yeah, you did tell me that you were an assistant for Mr. Dress Up, which must have been really
Mr. Dress Up was on the road.
Yeah.
He actually brought his act. He had an act. I suppose they did this for extra money, aside from his TV show. And he was on the road, and he actually came to our high school and was performing. So, there was it was sold out, 200 people plus. Mm-hmm. And the principal came to me and my best friend, Sherry, Sherry.
Yeah.
And said, listen, girls, you're a model in the high school, which was not true at all. And said, listen, Mr. Dress Up needs somebody to kind of help monitor the stage while he performs, to help, stop the little kids from running up and, that kind of stuff. So we met him ahead of time, just before the show started, and he thanked us, and we spent some time with him, and then he kind of told us what he needed. And while he was doing his act, Sherry sat on one side of the stage, and I sat on the others to kind of keep the little ones away. It was so cool. I have a picture somewhere. If I can find it for you guys, I'll put it up there. Me, Mr. Dress Up, my celebrity moment, my meeting a celebrity moment.
Nice.
Well, this was fun. We hope you guys enjoyed it.
I
mean, my gosh.
And hey, it goes to show we're still learning things about each other.
We're still learning. I just had a little bit of, did my kid do that moment? I guess.
Oh yeah.
I guess as a parent, you'll know one day that moment will never go away. Like, you did what? But I love you, kid.
I love you too.
Listen, guys, we're still trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. We need your help. We simply can't do it without them, can we?
Absolutely not. We need all your support.
What do they gotta do,
Well,
kid?
quite simple. You gotta leave a like, gotta leave a comment, gotta subscribe, gotta share with your friends.
Oh,
that's it.
Perfect.
That's it. And listen, we still have that link in the description below. Send us some pictures of you just watching the show with can be with your friends, can be with family, can be with spouses, can be your animals. Whatever you want, send it in and you'll be featured.
Be part of our crazy life.
Be one of our crazy
lifers. Yeah. So we want to do a shout out back to you.
Yeah.
You can send us your pictures anyway. We do have a Facebook page, This Crazy Life Podcast. I mean, would it be named anything else? Gosh, you can message us as well, but Here we are, another one done in
Yep.
the books. We've got some interesting games coming up, and
Indeed
we're
we
bringing
do.
back, just so everybody knows, we're bringing back the video games.
Yes.
Okay,
Yep.
so we need everybody to sit back, put your feet up, because you know what? We're just laughing through life with her mom and her son.
Indeed. Life's crazy. We can't change that, but we can talk about it. Let's wrap.